Welcome to Tech Bytes and News, your daily roundup of articles featured in Hacker News. Today we're diving into a really cool GitHub project, a terraform provider for HRUI network switches. It's incredibly useful for automating infrastructure management.
That sounds awesome. What exactly are HRUI switches, and why is a terraform provider for them so significant?
HRUI is a brand encompassing several network switch manufacturers like Horaco, Sodola, and Jigstore. They're web-managed, which makes them perfect for automation. A terraform provider lets you manage these switches entirely through code, defining configurations, automating deployments, and ensuring consistency across your network. It's a huge step up from manual configuration.
I see. So this terraform provider, it's open source, right? What's the tech stack behind it?
Absolutely. It's on GitHub under the MPL 2.0 license. The provider itself is written in Go, leveraging the GoCarry library to interact with the switch's web UIs. It's a pretty elegant solution, using a familiar language for infrastructure as code and a powerful library for web scraping.
Interesting. How mature is this project? Is it production ready?
Well, it's labeled as alpha, so it's not quite production ready in the strictest sense, but it's actively developed with a decent number of commits and even a few releases already. The latest release is version 0.1.0 alpha.6. And it has 21 stars on GitHub, which shows some community interest. There are also examples provided to get you started.
Right, I noticed that. But alpha software always comes with risks. What are some potential downsides or limitations we should be aware of?
Absolutely. Being an alpha release, there's always a chance of bugs or unexpected behavior. Thorough testing is crucial before deploying it to a production environment. Also, it currently supports firmware version 1.9. If you're using a different firmware version, it might not work. And of course, it relies on network accessibility to the switches.
Good points. So how would someone actually use this provider? Is it easy to set up?
It's pretty straightforward. You just need to add the provider block to your Terraform configuration, specifying the switch's IP address, username, and password, which can also be set via an environment variable for security. Then, you can use the resources and data sources defined in the provider to manage your switches. The examples directory on GitHub is a great resource to learn how to use it.
And what about contributing? Is the community welcoming to contributions?
Yes, the project explicitly welcomes contributions. There's even a contributing.md file outlining the guidelines. It seems like a pretty open and collaborative project. I think it's a great opportunity for anyone wanting to contribute to open source infrastructure projects.
That's fantastic. It sounds like a valuable tool for anyone managing HRUI switches. Thanks for highlighting this project. It's a great example of how open source can make infrastructure management more efficient and accessible.
My pleasure. And that's all the time we have for today's Tech Bytes and News. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.